gang. Hey, nothing but love and respect. You might have some cool fans, but mine are the best. We've been through it all, went to war when duty called. Never left a man behind, we move as one is super strong. I don't want followers, that implies I'm the leader. I'm not the captain, I just gave them something they can believe in. I hold the lamp in the darkness, but they're the light that I needed to see the road that we walk in between the angels and demons. And my fans have my back. Hate us if your feelings don't like facts. And my fans will fight back. Beat you with the keyboard you've been using to write back. I guess we need each other like both sides of the battery. We the army, we the homies, we the gang, we the cavalry. We're brothers and sisters, we hold it down like we gravity. Can't nobody break the bond that made us all family.
Me and my fans, we don't care what anybody say. Middle fingers to whoever in the way, man. Me and my fans, we gon' be together till the grave. It's a game till forever and a day, man. Me and my fans, we don't even trip in the hate. We got all the fuck in our veins, man. Me and my fans,
We the hangover gang. Gang, 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 gang.
Oklahoma weather can dish out some of the worst punishment in the world. Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Tuttle. But now you can fight back by installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles from Ferguson Roof Systems. These shingles can withstand large hail, heavy rain, and hurricane-force winds, all while keeping your home safe and dry. And the best part? This upgrade is completely free for many homeowners. So call today to start reaping the benefits these Class 4 shingles bring, including a discount on home insurance. Only at FergusonRoofSystems.com.
Hey everybody, Meteorologist Tuttle back with you again. We did a live broadcast for you Sunday night. We're going to do another one here for you Monday night. Had a few things to talk about here for the week, so I want to kind of get you acclimated, because I know a lot of you folks, you're busy over the weekend, so you may not have time to check in then, and on Monday you kind of start getting, okay, what did I miss, or what I got to pay attention to? So we're going to do that here for you this evening real quick. So thanks for joining me. Make sure you like and share this video with your friends and family on your Facebook page and or YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff, and let me post this little link here for you. So this will be in the comment section on Facebook. If you'd like to get a direct notification from me when I go live, click that link and you can opt in. Last night when I went live, I forgot to press the button. So I had a couple of you going, hey, I didn't get my live notification. So it's good, that means it works. When I remember to press the button. There's two buttons I have to press, and apparently I pressed the first one and forgot to press the second one. So human error on that one. That's all me. But anyway, so if you do have some trouble from Facebook's algorithms, the artificial intelligence telling you, I can be low key, low brow, poor human intelligence from this end. Either way, we'll get you covered. So thanks for joining me. So I'm glad you guys are here. All right, let me say hello to you guys out there in the YouTube world. It's always good to see you and check in, and for your comments and stuff. So I always appreciate that. Okay, so let's get on with what we've got here for you this evening. So let me load up the maps here. Okay, so today, quite cool in the morning, obviously, but the afternoon was really nice. And this is actually just a taste of what's coming for our Tuesday and our Wednesday. So if you like these 60s and 70s, woo, get ready. We've got 70s and 80s coming back. There's going to be some really nice weather out there, although the winds are going to start to kick in. Now, we do need some rainfall. The drought is obviously had made a comeback a little bit here across Oklahoma, much worse out here in the Panhandle, of course, in far western Oklahoma, which is pretty much typical for this time of the year. The big story we're going to have, really the main story for the week, not including the cold fronts and the storms and the weekend change, all that, is before that. There'll be a dry line that develops out here in the Panhandle that shows off to the east. Now, as that does so, it brings in a more of a westerly wind component and very dry air off the downslope of the Rockies on into the Oklahoma Panhandle, Texas Panhandle, and even into northwest Oklahoma here. Why is this important? Well, when you factor in really dry air with dew point values dropping off here, and this is dew point values are around 10 degrees or even the single digits, whereas you can see all the moisture, the juice, the humidity, so to speak, is all this blue and green shaded area across the rest of Oklahoma. So when you get really dry air out here, it heats up and you get those strong winds, you end up with a fire danger. If we were to look at the latest data, what that does, it drops the relative humidity down to 9%. So when you get relative humidities around 20% or lower, you get into a really increased fire danger threat. Now here in central and eastern Oklahoma, although it'll be windy, the fire danger is not nearly as high as it is where you see this brown shaded area across the, let's just call it the northwestern third of the state, for example. Now, when you look at the wind gusts behind this front, behind this boundary, you're looking at winds up around 70 miles per hour for the panhandle from northern Texas into southwestern Kansas. Even wind gusts up to around 50 or so here in central Oklahoma, even parts of eastern Oklahoma up there pretty heavy, even northwest Oklahoma. Anywhere you see brown area is anywhere from 55 to 60 miles per hour. So Wednesday is going to be a brutal day when it comes to wind and when it comes to the fire danger. So when we look at that in combination, fire prevention activities, avoid anything that can cause sparks or a flame, properly dispose of any cigarettes, anything that would normally burn, check trailer chains, don't park cars on grass, obey city, state, burn bans, ordinances. But the fire risk, as you notice, is extreme. So historic is the last category left, and we're pushing it out here around Woodward and points north and west from there. So just be careful if you live up there. Tell your friends and family if you have anybody up in that part of the state. Extreme fire weather conditions expect. Only takes one spark to start a wildfire. And these will be the big ones that last for a long time and spread quite rapidly, cover a lot of areas. So the word is being sounded. We did this last night. We're going to hit it harder tonight because the new data that comes in is worse than it was yesterday, meaning that we're going to be in some trouble if we get any fires ongoing. So that's the big story for the middle of the week. Now, we take a look at the jet stream pattern. We'll show you what's coming our way after that. So we'll zip on through. So this is, by the way, the Wednesday time frame. All this is thanks to a storm system right here, all the brighter colors. And that will help to generate some showers and storms out ahead of it, especially across Iowa, on down to Missouri. And we'll get a tail end of it here, some storms in Oklahoma, but any severe weather potential should be more confined in this area of the low pressure system. Now, when that thing zips on through, let me clear that off the screen. Let's watch what happens here after that. We're going to, let's go to Saturday morning. So here's Saturday morning. We have a new upper low that's developing out here. We do have some upper energy that you notice, the colors, that do overrun into Oklahoma and Texas from the south and west. Now, we will have a cold front that moves through, so we'll have some drier air at the surface that makes its way in, and sometimes this overrunning pattern, you can get some winter precipitation as we get deeper into our winter season. The models yesterday hinted some of that might occur. We'll see if that still is in the forecast here momentarily. And then as that kind of spirals around, it'll eventually come through Texas and on into, let's see, about the Monday morning time frame. So what that means is this little upper level low will swing through and cause additional showers. With that, probably even some thunderstorms down here across the Texas coastline and Louisiana. But usually, if it gets cold enough, you can get a little mixed bag of winter precipitation. That would be, of course, across Dallas, Fort Worth, the North Texas area, if there's enough cold air left over. Now, it's questionable. The models kind of hinted there might be. It was not a very strong signal, but at least was a signal as we transition out into winter. So it's something to watch for, and we'll keep an eye on it. And this low, if it were to move just a little bit more to the north, that changes things for Oklahoma. Right now, it's got it going through the North Texas area, but it could go from here or it could go here. We're still way early in the game. It's several days away. So a little change in track on these little storm systems can mean a big change when your outcome when it comes to precipitation and what kind you get. All right, so let me see here. I wanted to, let's see, that was the winds. Let's go on into the precipitation for the cold front that's going to be coming on in this week. And actually, so this will be at the beginning stages. We'll show you this picture here. So this is a cold front that's coming in late Wednesday. So this front will help to trigger thunderstorms here across central Oklahoma, pretty much up and down the I-44 corridor as we head into the evening hours on Wednesday. So yes, we'll have the fire danger up here in northwest Oklahoma, but it will run into that deeper moisture where I showed you those dew point values in the 60s. So that's where we're going to get some rain along the front down into this region as that front moves through overnight Wednesday. So let's take a look at how that should progress. Okay, so let's see, let's do this panel here. And then we're going to show you the showers and storms that do develop with that for Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Moving to southeast Oklahoma for Thursday during the day, and they kind of dwindle. And then we kind of get quiet for a little bit, but then they say they return to southeast Oklahoma Thursday evening into Friday morning. So there's your kind of rainy pattern is going to be for the end of the week. So from Wednesday night really through Friday night. You see those shower storms continue across southeast Oklahoma. Here's Friday afternoon at 6 o'clock. A secondary cold front will kind of reinforce itself through the state during the evening on Friday, and that'll eventually shove it all out of here by Saturday morning. Now, earlier we talked about the models on Saturday morning producing some light precipitation down to this area of southern Oklahoma, North Texas, a little bit of mix, a winter mix. It's very light. And this run for today does not have that in there. It has much drier air instead. So we'll see how this trend continues. We'll see if that signal comes back or if it stays away. Same thing as for Monday. Monday, you can barely see a signal down here, 6 o'clock in the morning for that upper level low as it comes through North Texas. So the signals are very, very weak, but it is something to watch for. And right now, if you look at a forecast sounding, a lot of moisture in the mid-levels of the atmosphere for cloud cover and some what we call virga, because what would happen is it would fall into this layer here, which is below freezing, but it would evaporate on its way down the ground. So that's kind of the way the atmosphere looks right now. It's saying things will be drying out. Will it stay that way? We'll see. We'll watch it all week to see how things progress. What they have done, though, is from yesterday to today. Yesterday they had the significant precipitation line, something like this. Today they have the significant precipitation line, something like this, with just some light stuff in this quadrant. So it's actually shoved everything to the east a little bit. I don't want to see that. I want to see it back out here to the west. Now that latest data we looked at just a moment ago with those thunderstorms here across central Oklahoma, maybe that's the first sign that things will retrograde back to the west. Plenty of time to kind of massage this, but bottom line is south and eastern Oklahoma will get much more rain than central and certainly western Oklahoma. Now temperatures over the next several days. I told you if you like it mild, you're going to love Tuesday and Wednesday. Here in Oklahoma City, we're looking at 70, 76 degrees. Overnight lows also getting up there. If we're not careful, we're going to wake up the Bermuda grass. So we don't want to do that in December. But anyway, so that first front we talked about comes through Wednesday night. So that'll cool things down. And then we've got our next front that comes in on Friday evening as well. And that'll cool things down for the weekend. So the upcoming weekend looks pretty chilly, 30s and 20s across the state in the morning hours, even up through early next week, pretty much all the way up, really through all of next week. We're going to have some cold mornings. Daytime highs, the models are tinkering back and forth between keeping it either in the upper 40s with a low 50 climb or right around 50 with a mid 50 climb. So they're playing back and forth numbers in the extended outlook for the next week. But needless to say, the weather's going to be getting quite a bit cooler here, leading in toward Christmas. Now, Christmas Eve is the last day you see here. Now, the data we looked at last night actually had a mild Christmas day. So, in other words, chilly, in the morning hours for Christmas Eve day. They rebound back to close to 60, and Christmas Day is also into the 60s. And then it's had a front coming through after that it had a storm system early on. So, let's pull that up real quick to see what happened to it, and we'll see if it's still there. This ought to be interesting. And so this is a signal the models started to, well, I should say models. I'll say one model. The American model, it got really excited. It's typical. We're going to see if it's got anything. It was around the 28th. The 27th to the 28th is where it had a winter storm trying to develop and move into Oklahoma. So let me just jump on into that. Okay, so this is the 26th. So this is right the day after Christmas into really Christmas night on into the next day. It's got some light rain that moves through, which is not what it had yesterday. And then let's go to the 27th, and now we'll do the 28th. And it is dry. The system that it had is completely gone. So let's see what happened. Let's go back in time. This is 348. Now this is going way out there. And so it's always going to be a grain of salt when you're dealing with model data this far out. But since it is a Christmas holiday, and of course people want to know how things look, right? So let's see how it did. All right, so that's the system that we looked at yesterday. All right, so look at that. You're going, woohoo, that's a nice little winter storm. So let's see what happened the model run after that. So I'm going to go back consecutive model runs in a row. In other words, the same computer model. We're going to see how every 12 hour, or in this case, actually every 6 hours, it changes. So that one looked pretty significant. Oh, the next one came out just a trickle of some precipitation. Got rid of all the nice blue on the map. The next run after that, nothing. The run after that, nothing. The one after that, nothing. The one after that, nothing. So that's not much of a trend, at least not a trend that I want to see, if you want to see something falling from the sky in the form of some white flaky activity. So we'll see if this goes back the other way. And oftentimes the models this far out will flip-flop back and forth. So this is not unexpected. So we shall wait and see if anything does come back into the crystal ball range. But right now that's the only thing we've got. Those two winter storm potentials, the one for this coming Saturday morning, and then the one that may do a double touch, like Saturday morning and Monday morning. Very slim, but we'll see what happens with the data. And then the next time around would be toward the end of the month after Christmas, around the 27th or 28th. Again, we'll see. Those are the two signals. Other than that, I mean, fire danger really was the big highlight, and the fact that we will cool down after a nice warm-up. So that's what I've got here for you for tonight. So Dina, I see you sending me some stars. Also Heather, thank you ladies, appreciate that. Jeanette, yes, gig 'em. You know, it's funny. You Sooner fans are now back into my world, SEC world. Welcome. Get ready to be stomped. So, time to talk some more trash. So now we're back to the same conference again. But it's going to be interesting because you have to have rebuilding years when you flip all that. And we're still rebuilding. Each year's a rebuilding. There's too many changes. College football's gone nuts. Now that they've got that NIL and pay for play, all that kind of stuff. It's the whole, and you got coaches bailing left and right for money. I don't know what's going to happen to college football. It's going to be a mess, but we'll see. We'll see what comes out of it. We lost our defensive coordinator, and our quarterback decided to split. So I'm like, we had a bowl game, dude. You can't just split, but whatever, man. There's no loyalty anymore anywhere, not even college football. So that's the way it goes. That's okay. We can talk about that later, but anyway, I just want to thank you guys for watching here for tonight on Facebook, and also for you guys on YouTube checking in as well. All right, let's see. I tell you what, you have to get used to these wild swings in December for Oklahoma. So if you're not from around here, say for example you come from California or the East Coast, and you're going, what is going on here? Can't you guys make up your mind? The answer is no. You keep your wardrobe all seasons year-round because you're going to need it. You can break out shorts the next 2 days, or 3 days. That's really the way it goes. And then you got to get the coats, but that's Oklahoma. Keeps it interesting. All right, listen, that's it for me here for tonight. I want to thank you guys for watching, and be good. Santa's making his list. He's checking it twice. All right, you guys have a good night, and we'll talk again soon. Be careful out there on Wednesday. All right, take care.